You said women disagree that women have equal rights to men. It was also Hannah. It was Tierra.
We're ignoring mine now, remember?
Oh, I guess.
Ignore mine.
It was confusing the direction.
Hannah,
Yeah,
so,
now I'm just like...
quick question for those of you who did say you disagree that women have equal rights to men. What rights do men have that women don't?
So I don't think that the United States is the only country that exists, and that's only part of the female population.
Sure.
So when we're talking about women's rights, it has to accompany
Okay.
the entire world.
Well, what
There's
about the
still-
United States?
Well, there's still, for example, like female genital is still something that's practiced even here in the United States.
It's illegal in the United States.
It's still practiced, though. It's kind of one of those things.
Well, I don't know if this... Can I just... I'm going to cut you off just to save you a little bit here. I don't think you want to argue circumcision on this one. I think you're going to have... This is not going to be a productive argument for you, but...
Well, I'm just saying that there's lots of things that we could do better.
Yeah. What else is... When it comes to men, though, when it comes to genital... That's also practiced, right? Mm-hmm. The difference is one's legal, one's not.
Well, one provides like a cleanly. I don't have any viewpoint on whether or not a baby boy should be circumcised or not. Like that's totally up to, I guess, like the father, honestly, because
It's up to the father?
I would say it's up to the father because I don't have that
What if it's
appendage.
a single mother? She makes the determination, right?
I think like most hospitals like just standardly do it, right?
Is it mutilation though? Is it still mutilation?
Can the reason why I say female genital is different is because a lot of times they also remove part of the clitoris, which takes away feeling and stimulation.
Same thing for
and
this is extremely
I never
rare.
heard this. I heard that in Africa.
Extremely rare. There's perhaps this is extremely rare occurrence in the United States. What I was saying first was not the United States. Mm-hmm. I was saying right,
the general world.
But like,
yes,
look,
yes,
I can't
yes,
look.
but,
I don't look. I can't have a debate with you about like Ethiopia. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna have to talk about the United States. And if your position is men and women have equal rights in the United States, I can just move on. But you did cite to even in the United States, female genital.
There are things
that is outlawed. It is outlawed. Male genital is not. So I don't think you have a very compelling argument.
Well, I wasn't saying that. What I was trying to say.
I'm just trying to move things along because the prompt is women have equal rights to men. You disagree. The first thing you cited to was something that in actuality men don't have a right to bodily autonomy when it comes to this, whereas women do. It's outlawed. Mm-hmm. Whereas like this is like wholesale done to like the vast majority of men in this country upon birth. So I don't think you have a very strong argument there.
Well, what I was initially saying was for the entire world as a worldview.
I've already said I can't talk about
and that's okay.
Mongolia. I can't talk about. We're talking about. I have to.
In the United States, yeah, absolutely. I'm sure that there is things that I am not remembering right at the moment. It's not necessary. I'm sure that there is different someone else who is more knowledgeable on U.S. laws of gender inequality probably would have something to say. I do not at the moment. I know more of different atrocities that happen in the worldwide news. So I will concede to your point, I suppose. Okay. What I was initially saying though is
wait, do you concede, or are you just saying, well, there could be something that exists?
I'm not knowledgeable enough on that aspect of U.S. policies because a lot of times things are changing pretty quickly. That's not something that I feel like I necessarily have like the best like argumentative point on. You're right.
So you're more versed on another country than...
How about you? You said women, you disagree that women have equal rights to men?
I was speaking more like in a general worldwide.
Oh, worldwide.
It didn't specifically...
it didn't say the United
States. I mean...
It did not say the United States.
Okay, so men and women have equal rights in the United States.
No, it didn't say United States.
No, I know, but now I'm asking the clarifying question. You think that women do have equal rights in the United States compared to men.
Correct.
Same with you.
I guess it also depends on state, because there's state
What
laws
state?
and there's national laws. Like,
Okay, sure.
For example, women's right to equal pay, that can be different.
That's a law.
Different. What I'm saying is that could be different from state to state versus national.
But there's federal.
Yeah,
I mean, there's
federal
like federal
regulations.
laws.
There's federal minimum wage, and then there's state minimum wage. Like, there's like, I feel like tons of little niche things that aren't necessarily quite up to par, but
Yeah. Can you give us an example, or?
no, can my phone? Can I because it's the thing is, like, I don't know it off the top of my head, but I am.
But you believe there is something that out there that exists, but it's just not coming.
It's not coming to my memory
Okay.
bank at the moment. That's not something that I have.
Well, my position is that there is no right that the man has that the woman doesn't. Actually, you know what? I'll be charitable. The one thing that I can think of, and it while I think is fairly minor, it is technically a right that it depends on your location, that men possess that women don't. This would be in certain jurisdictions, men can be topless in public. In other areas, women can be topless in public. Some jurisdictions, I guess it's an indecency or something. I don't know. I don't think that's really the pressing issue for most feminists. I think most men would actually be like, oh, okay, let's equalize. I'm in favor. Bust out the titties. Don't care. I don't think most women want to be like walking around with their titties out to begin with. I'm a feminist. You want the titties out? You can have the titties out.
Are you a feminist?
I will advocate. I will be a feminist. I'll advocate.
I'm there,
I mean, I'm
titties
more
out.
of like a butt guy, so I don't really, I'm more of a labia guy, to be honest. Like, big labia matter. Like, I don't really, butt, boobs, whatever. Like, if the labia is big, that's all that matters. I actually only date women with, okay, anyways, whatever. Never mind.
I just want to say this real quick.
Are you also a big labia guy? I knew it.
I plead the fifth. I think it's funny how y'all didn't assume he was talking. Y'all assumed you said when he hit you up, you assumed that he was talking about LA. But in this question, you assumed he was talking about the world. It seems like y'all just pick and choose when y'all want to focus on nuance and when you don't.